Extensive public corruption experience says that this indictment has already offered some surprises.
As Rob Masson reports, Matt Coman says a picture included in the indictment is likely at the center of one of the charges listed.
For nearly 3 years, Jeffrey Vappy worked as a key member of Mayor LaToya Cantrell's Executive Protection Unit, working more hours than anyone else, sometimes at local restaurants, sometimes at the Pentalba Apartments, and sometimes on out-of-town trips costing the city of New Orleans $47,000. What impresses you the most about this indictment against this former New Orleans police officer?
The reference and mention of the interim superintendent. And obviously, there'd been a great deal of TV coverage, news coverage by your station and others that somewhat laid out the scheme and some of the items that were taking place.
Former Assistant U.S. Attorney Matt Coman says former interim police superintendent Michelle Woodfork will likely be called as a witness, since the indictment lays out allegations that she was told she would not get the permanent superintendent job because she allegedly would not make the public integrity investigation into Jeffrey Vappy go away.
What was surprising, at least to my eyes, was the reference to the interim superintendent in that, from what we see, the public official number one weighed in on and had a meeting specifically about someone she was having an affair with.
The indictment says at the direction of Mayor Cantrell, then Superintendent Woodfork reassigned Vappy back to the Executive Protection Unit. It also alleges Vappy attempted to influence Woodfork into exonerating him. It alleges Vappy told Woodfork it was her chance to make it right. The indictment alleges later Cantrell told Woodfork that she would not nominate Woodfork to serve as the permanent NOPD superintendent. The indictment alleges Vappy was present for that meeting.
Some PIB citation and disciplinary action, and that was part and parcel of whether or not the interim superintendent was going to stay on the job.
Matt Coman says that public official one, believed to be the mayor, is not specifically named in the indictment because those are the rules of the Justice Department.
The only way that could happen is if potentially someone would have pled guilty or been charged and it was in the public domain and public sphere. That name can be mentioned again.
Coman says if found guilty on any of the 7 wire fraud charges, Vappy could receive a hefty sentence.
Wire fraud itself, the statutory range is 0 to 20 years. Obviously, he would not see that exposure up to 20 years, but that's the district court judge's, that's her realm, that's her discretion.
And Matt Coman says the letter from Vappy will be a key piece of evidence at trial and will likely show that Vappy allegedly lied to an FBI agent about his relationship with the mayor. Vappy was issued a summons to appear in magistrate court to respond to the indictment. Coman says that will likely happen within the next 2 weeks. Meg?
All right.